And just rotate the shoulders back and down. Make the back of the neck nice and long. So just take a few moments just to simmer and settle. Allow the body and mind to go inward, focusing in on the points of contact of the body upon the ground. Maybe imagining those roots going down from your sitting bones, connecting you deep down to the earth's core. Feeling that grounded energy coursing up through your spine, your lower mid and upper back, down the limbs, the arms, the legs, and the back of the neck. Grounded earthed energy. So as the seasons change and the winds come and go, just reconnecting to these roots and knowing that they're there whenever you need them. Wonderful, guys. Then bringing your attention to your breath. So just noticing the natural ebb and flow of the breath. Notice its quality, if it's fast or slow, smooth or jagged. Becoming aware of the breath now. And if you wish to, placing right hand on your belly and left hand on your heart. Noticing that flow of breath, maybe visualizing you're breathing through an ocean of air around you, down a waterfall in your throat towards a lake in your belly. So as you breathe in, feel the belly rising. And as you breathe back out, noticing that breath from the lake in your belly, waterfall in your throat, back out to your ocean of air. Noticing that gentle rhythm of breath without changing it in any way. Notice it's coming and going. And then tilting the head ever so slightly to the left now. I want you to become aware of thoughts in the mind. So just notice whatever stories, concerns or plans are going on. Just becoming aware of whatever the mind is doing right now. Welcome in the thoughts, try not to push them away. And then I'd like you now just to imagine that you're pouring these thoughts out from the left ear down into your heart space. You're just emptying the mind, pouring down any thoughts, any plans, any concerns. Just let them all go now, one by one. Imagine that you're filling the heart. Your heart has an abundance of space and energy to hold these thoughts. And imagine the heart purifying these thoughts with every breath. Holding the space for your practice today. And maybe just planting a little seed of intention, a positive intention. Something that you feel you might need a little more of today, or something that you wish to resonate with others. This might be a thought, a feeling, a colour, a word, maybe just the word positivity, whatever feels good for you. Just plant it down with that seed, deep down in the heart soil. And then bring the head back to a neutral position. Bring the hands together at the heart space. Rubbing the palms, making them nice and warm. And placing them over the closed eyes, shoulders down. Opening your eyes in darkness when you're ready. And just moving the eyes around in this dark space. And then just allow the hands to melt down away from the face. Opening your eyes in your own time. Wonderful, guys. So just interlocking the fingers, turning the palms away, floating the arms up and over. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Slight bend in the elbows if you need to. And just breathing there. You might want to close the eyes here just to keep that internal process going. Keep that connection. And then we're just going to release the hands, circling the wrists slowly and mindfully out to the sides. Wonderful. Taking the right hand over to one side, we're going to draw the left arm over. And then moving over to the other side, slowly and mindfully. There's no rush. You might just want to hold it there for a few breaths. Do what feels good for you today. Trusting that inner intuition, that quieter voice within the body. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, coming back to a neutral position, and this time turning the head over to the right side, the right shoulder. And then we're going to draw a semicircle all the way round towards the opposite shoulder. So again, moving slowly and mindfully, creating a bit of subtle space through the neck, through the shoulders, through the top of the back. And then this time looking across your space, across the horizon, as though you're scanning an expansive ocean for boats at sea. Looking out in front of you, moving the head slowly and mindfully from one side to the other. If you have your legs crossed, you can change the cross of the legs. And this time we're just going to tilt the head over to one side. So maybe tilting the head over to the right. You can bring the right hand towards the opposite temple. Draw the chin in lightly towards the chest. And the left hand can stay down on the ground, or you can bring the back of the hand towards the opposite hip or thigh. Opening out the shoulder joint. Or just resting on the knee is fine. Wonderful, guys. Coming back to where you came. Doing the same on the other side, so tilting the head over to the left, bringing the left hand up. Just doing whatever you did on the other side. Bringing the attention back to the breath. Back to center when you're ready. This time looking up, so dropping the jaw as you look up. And then looking down, making the back of the neck nice and long. Coming back to center, float the arms up. And we're going to take a twist now, so opposite hand to knee. Maybe that left hand to the right knee. Do what feels right for you. Twisting from the upper body, try not to stress or strain the neck. Feel that length through the spine. Keeping the hand upon the knee, we're going to take the back hand and float it up in line with the ear into a lateral stretch. And then coming back to center, floating the arms up once again, and over to the other side. Think of wringing out any toxins in this twist. Breathing in fresh new energy as you breathe out. Think of getting rid of any of the old energies, any stagnant energy in the body. Keeping the hand upon the knee, taking that back hand up and over, in line with the ear, into your side stretch. Wonderful, guys. Coming back to center when you're ready. Releasing the block away, coming to lying down. So keeping a block nearby, if you have one, or firm cushion. And just release the body down, release the spine. Take the arms up and over the head, lengthening and stretching. Making the body as long as you can now, as you lengthen through the whole body. And as you breathe out, just release. Release the jaw, release the breath, release the muscles. So breathing in, lengthening and stretching. Breathing out to let go. Doing this a couple more times. In your own time, with your own breath, make a nice big sigh if you need to. Wonderful, guys. Rotating wrists and ankles now. Moving in one direction, then the other. And then lengthening and stretching. As you breathe out now, we're going to bend at the knees. Lifting the hips up and just begin to draw the knees in towards the chest. So hugging the knees in. Maybe taking a gentle rock from side to side. Easing out through the lower back and spine. Keeping the hands upon the knees, making circles now with the knees, keep the knees together. Changing directions when you're ready. And then keeping the big toes together, we're going to draw the knees in circles in opposite directions. Changing directions when you're ready. Lovely, guys. We'll come into happy baby from here. So draw the arms first up above the head with the knees wide. Then taking the elbows in line with the instep of the knees, beginning to bend the knees, drawing the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Think of drawing the tailbone down nice and long. Again, you can grab hold of the outer edges of the feet, the shins, the big toes, it doesn't matter where. Enjoying that nice open stretch through the hips. Take a few deep breaths here, saying to yourselves, I let go completely on every exhalation.
Wonderful, guys. Draw the soles of the feet together, draw the knees down, or the feet back down, sorry. So the knees stay bent. And if you have your block or foam cushion, you can place it between the knees now and draw the palms of the hands down. So we're going to begin to tilt the pelvis forwards and backwards here. So the heels are in line with the hips. And you're just tilting that pelvis forwards and backwards, rocking and rolling through the lower back and spine. Just see how that feels. Keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. Keep the shoulders soft. Palms facing down. Just isolating this area of the lower back and spine. And then you can begin to lift the hips up a little further away from your mats. See how that feels. And then lowering back down. And again, tilting the pelvis away from you. Creating that natural arch in the spine as you release back down. So really creating a bit of wonderful movement through the back, softening through each and every vertebra, creating a bit of space, a bit of energy here, releasing any blockages, any areas of stagnant energy. Imagine that flow of energy snaking down your spine as you lift up a little further with each breath. Wonderful, guys. If you wish to, you can float the arms up and overhead in time with the breath. So as the hips come up, the arms float up and over. And as you breathe out, the hips come down and the arms come down as well. Wonderful, guys. One more time. Your own time with your own breath, raising and lifting up. Draw the chin in towards the chest, taking the arms down towards your sides, but keeping the hips up. And breathing there in your bridge. And when you're ready, lowering down. Releasing the block. And we're going to take the block now into a supported bridge. So raising the hips up slightly once again. And resting the hips, that space between the sacroiliac dimples. Resting now upon your block. So tucking the chin in towards the chest, the arms nice and relaxed out to your sides now, palms facing up into supported bridge. Closing your eyes here. Breathing light and space into the thyroid gland in the throat. That helps to regulate our immune system this time of year. Works particularly hard in order to ward off coughs and colds. So just think of a nourishing breath now being sent down to this area of the throat. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, pushing the weight back in towards the feet, removing and releasing the block away from you. We're going to take the weight of the body over to one side and slowly bring yourselves up. And we're going to come onto all fours when you're ready. So making sure there's any ailments with the knees, taking a rolled up blanket under the knees if that feels good for you. Again, this time of year can be a bit hard on the joints, so just taking your time, make yourself comfortable, spreading the palms, wrists roughly in line with your shoulders, knees roughly in line with your hips, and just sway the hips from side to side. So just keeping that gentle movement going through the spine, snaking the spine as you wriggle the hips one side to the other. You can close your eyes here if you want to. Really see how your body is feeling today. Really go deep within. See what it is your body needs in this moment. And we're just going to begin to move the hips in a clockwise position. Just close the eyes here and do what feels right for you. You can move in whichever way you want to. You can make the movements as big or as small as you need to. Great, just to really tune into your body today. And if it's too much for the wrists, you can come down onto the forearms and drop the head. Wonderful, guys. Changing the direction of the hips. Wonderful, guys. Coming back to a neutral position when you're ready, we're going to come into threading the needle. So placing the right hand roughly in line with the face, we're going to take the left arm up, opening up here, and then drawing that left arm under, and then lowering the head down so the side of the cheek resting down, chin lightly tucked in towards the chest. So you have a few options here. You can keep that right elbow at a right angle, or you can take the arm up towards the ceiling, or you can bring the back of the hand towards the opposite hip. So just do what feels good for you. Tuck the toes under if there's any niggles in the knees, and just breathe there. Allow the body to melt into the ground. Wonderful, guys. We're going to take the top hand, float it back up, and then we're going to take the hand and reach towards the front of your mat so that you're looking right under your armpit. So you're really reaching that right hand towards the front of your mat. The rest of the body stays as it is, and you're tucking the armpit right in towards your cheek. So breathing there. Deep inhalation and exhalation. One last deep breath here. When you're ready, we're going to slide that right hand back to its original position. Push the weight into that hand to unthread your needle. Wonderful, guys. A little wriggle from side to side. And when you're ready, we'll do the same on the other side. So left hand now in line with the face, floating the right arm up. So nice open twist here, looking up. And then we're going to thread that needle under and draw the cheek down towards the ground. So again, doing whatever you did on the other side, floating the arm up or towards the opposite hip. Taking that top arm back up and reaching now once again towards the front of your mat. Breathing there. Wonderful, guys. So from here, keeping the left hand where it is, we're going to unthread the right hand and come into puppy dog. So both your elbows and forearms are down and your forehead down towards the ground, your bottom sticking right up and your shoulders become soft. Well done, guys. When you're ready, take the weight forward now into Sphinx posture. Elbows roughly in line with your shoulders, spread the palms, bring the feet a little wider and just breathe here. Wonderful, guys. Lowering down, resting one hand on the other. Bring the feet a little closer towards one another now. We're going to open out through the heart space and draw the elbows back towards your waist. Raising the top body up and then lowering down. Breathing in to prepare. Breathing out, raising and lifting. Lowering down, so doing this in your own time with your own breath. Just take a few moments, pausing, relaxing between each movement. On the exhalation, raising, you might find the feet come up as well as the arms. One more time, really go for it, lifting, opening up through the spine. And then lower down, one hand stacking on top of the other, just relax the head over to one side. And close the eyes. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, coming back onto all fours. We're going to come into a downward dog when you're ready. So tucking the toes under, pushing through the hands, raising and lifting through the hips. Slight bend in the elbows and the knees. If you need to today, just listening to the body. What does your body need? And then we're going to bend one knee then the other. And you can begin to walk the feet now towards the hands. Keeping the knees nice and bent, resting the body over the thighs, dropping the head, maybe grabbing hold of opposite elbows. A couple of yeses or nos with the head. And then release at the hands, bring the feet a little closer. Bring the hands to the shins, nice flat back. And then forward folding once again, nose towards the knees. Slight bend in the knees if you need to. And then with the knees bent, slowly coming up, bring the feet a little wider apart. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Coming into Tadasana here. Shoulders back and down. We're just taking the arms up and over the head. Then coming into a side stretch. Back to centre, then over to the other side. One more time, either side. Wonderful, guys. Coming towards the front of your mats now, just removing any blankets underneath you. Bringing the feet in line with the front of the mat, taking the hands towards the lower back, heels of the hands facing down, fingertips facing up, drawing the hips forward, opening through the heart space, feeling that lift through the spine. Wonderful. Coming back to center, bringing the hands together, pointing the first fingers up, take the arms and float them up in line with the ears into your mini back bend. And then we're going to forward fold all the way down through the spine. Slight bend in the knees if you need to. Bringing the hands to the shins, nice flat back. And then stepping back, one foot then the other, into your plank position. Taking 3 nourishing breaths here. Slight bend in the elbows if you need to. And then we're going to draw the knees down. Keep the elbows tucked in, coming up into an up dog or low cobra or sphinx. Making that transition in whichever way feels good for you today. And just breathing there. Wonderful, guys. Coming back to a neutral position, tucking the toes under, and coming back into your downward dog. Taking 3 nourishing breaths. Bending one knee then the other. Walking, stepping or jumping the feet back. Bending the knees. And slowly coming back up. Arms come wide. And back to your prayer position. Wonderful, guys. We'll do the same on the other side when you're ready. Taking the arms up. Hips come forward. Arms in line with the ears. Folding down. All the way down. Bring the hands to the shins, nice flat back. Stepping the left foot back now, followed by the right into your plank position. Breathing there. Lowering the knees down. Tucking at the elbows and again coming into your sphinx, your up dog, low cobra, whatever feels good for you. If it's too much for the wrist, just coming into whichever position suits you, in whichever way feels good for you today. Wonderful, guys. Drawing the weight back towards the heels now into child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, maybe making a triangle with the hands, softening with the elbows, and bringing the forehead down. Taking full, deep breaths here. Really fill the spine, the lungs, fill the whole body with this wonderful new energy, this new breath. As you breathe out, let go of the old, let go of any stagnant energy. Wonderful, guys. Pushing through the hands now. Taking the feet out in front of you. Knees bent, feet mat distance apart. And we're just going to draw the knees from one side to the other. Swooshing the knees. And as the knees come over to the right, you can keep the right hand down and draw that left arm up in line with your ear. And then drawing that hand back down, swishing the knees over to the other side, so creating a nice circular movement through the arms. Lovely flow of breath and movement. That subtle energy of the spine being lifted now.
Wonderful, guys. So keeping that right knee bent and take the left leg out. So we're going to draw the right knee in towards the body, flexing that left foot so the toes are facing up towards the ceiling. And just feel that wonderful length through the spine. Breathing there as you hug that right knee in towards your chest. Feel that lift through the spine. And we'll come into a twist from here. So wrapping that left arm, left elbow towards the right knee and bringing the back hand behind you. So you're just looking over that back shoulder. No stress or strain in the neck. You can just keep the head in line with the knee if you wish to. And just breathe there. Wonderful, guys. Come back to center. We're going to allow that knee to fall out to the side now as we come into our wild thing, our celebration posture as we come to the end of our practice. So pointing the toes of the left foot, we're going to take the left hand, you can watch me to begin with if you want to, take the left hand and we're going to draw a nice big circle. As you do so, we're going to take the weight in towards the shin of that right leg and we're going to draw the arm up and in line with the ear, looking towards the fingertips and breathing there. So we do that one together, nice deep breath in, coming up, breathing, lengthening, pointing the toes down towards the ground, reaching. Feel that wonderful celebration through the whole body. This wonderful expression, opening of the hips. And then we'll lower the hip and lower the arm simultaneously. Lovely. So when you're ready, we're going to shimmer and shake both legs. We're going to bend the left knee now and hug the left knee in towards your chest, flexing that right foot. Just holding this posture here. Enjoy that length through the spine. Enjoying that lengthening and stretching through the back of that right leg. And then into your twist, so wrapping the right elbow in line with the knee, back hand behind you, moving into your twist. Wonderful, guys. Coming back to center. Allow the left knee to fall out to the sides, the foot's in line with the straight leg, the right leg. And then we're pointing the toes of that right foot now. Taking the right hand as you draw your circle up. Taking the weight into that left shin, into your celebration posture. Breathing there. And when you're ready, slowly lower the hips back down, releasing the legs, release the hips, maybe a little wriggle from side to side. Release the whole body, taking the arms up and over the head. As you lengthen and stretch, rotating wrists and ankles. And then floating the arms back down towards your sides, ready for Shavasana now, final relaxation. So taking hold of any blankets, any eye pillows, anything you wish to make yourselves nice and comfortable. And just closing the eyes here, feet wide apart if you wish to, making room for the lower back. If there's any discomfort in the lower back, placing a blanket under the knees, or you can bend the knees and bring the feet down to the ground. Do what feels good for you. As you relax now, closing the eyes, allowing the whole body to simmer and settle now. Following the journey of the breath, imagining a wave of relaxation moving from the top of the head down towards the tips of the toes.
from the toes, that wave of relaxation, moving back to the top of the head. Feel the subtle energies of the body beginning to melt down into the earth beneath you. Ready, taking a few deeper breaths now. In through the nose, softly sighing out through the mouth. Wriggling fingers and toes. Maybe placing right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart, as we did at the start of the practice. Just noticing the rising and falling of the belly, the body breathing itself without any effort from you. Feeling a sense of gratitude for this life-giving breath. And when you're ready, wiggling fingers and toes once again, floating the arms up overhead, lengthening and stretching through the arms, through the legs, as you begin to rotate the wrists and ankles, one direction then the other. Lengthening and stretching, and with your next breath beginning to bend the knees, placing the feet down towards the ground, maybe lifting the hips up slightly, and then draw the knees in towards the chest, making yourselves into a little ball. You can hold it here if you wish to, or make a bit of movement, do what feels good for you. And when you're ready, taking the weight of the body over to one side, just resting here for a few moments. And when you're ready with the eyes closed, bringing yourselves up to a
comfortable seated posture. When you're ready, bringing the palms of the hands to the heart space. So we'll make the chant of Om just once to end the practice. So when you're ready, nice deep breath in. Palms of the hands, making them nice and warm, placing them over the closed eyes, shoulders down. Opening your eyes in darkness when you're ready. And just allow the hands to melt down away from the face, opening your eyes in your own time. Bringing the hands to the head for the right thoughts, to the mouth for the right words, and to the heart for the right intentions. Namaste.